podcast. And hello, squirrel. I don't know if you could see, but the squirrel just literally ran right there. Hi, buddy. What you doing? Hey y'all, it's Bethany with the Wandering Purl podcast, and welcome to episode 53. Welcome to a beautiful day here in Wisconsin. It is the what is today? The 26th, I believe, of October. It is Monday. You guys won't be seeing this till later in the week, but this is the time that I had to film. And it was supposed to be a pretty weather. It's about 56 degrees, what my phone said once before I just got on. It is a little windy though, so I'm hoping that that is not going to affect the sound at all. We will see. If it does, I'm gonna be disappointed. But we are now about an hour north of where we were the last time you saw me. We have moved campgrounds. We had to move campgrounds for the winter because the one that we were at for the summer doesn't stay open during the winter. And this is like the only one in Wisconsin or the Madison area that we could find that would be open. So we will be here hopefully until May, but definitely until the middle of February. So we are looking forward to being here through winter. We're excited. We keep getting told that winter here is like really bad and really cold, but we've done Utah and we've done Colorado in winter. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it works and how different it is. But it has been a couple months since I talked to you guys. I'm sorry. I have just been so darn busy. Yeah, it's been really busy with sewing and just with life stuff, and I've been trying to take some time off and just spend time with anything other than my sewing machine. So that's kind of what I've been doing recently, but that does mean that I have had some knitting time. So we are going to talk about my finished objects, my new works in progress. I think everything is new from my works in progress. That's exciting. I have some acquisitions. I have some life to talk about. I have a shop update that we will chat about in just a little bit. And yeah, just life in general. So I'm going to stop rambling on and we'll get into these finished objects. Quite a few of these works in progress I'm not going to have to show you in person, so I'm just going to show you some photos since it's probably been a while since I actually finished them. But we're just going to go down the line and kind of, please ignore my bangs. Like, this wind is not doing me any justice, but we'll get there in the end. So I have 4 finished objects to share with you, which is pretty exciting. The first one we're going to talk about is the football cozy test knit. Yes, I did a test knit. Can you believe it? It's a football cozy. So, I mean, yarn cozy. So it's like, took me no time at all to do it, but I was really excited to be able to test this for Natalie of Knitty Natty. She had this out the 1st of October and it was for the Pigskin party. You get extra points in October. I don't know when this podcast will go up, either the 31st or the 1st probably. So in the month of October, she was a Pigskin party sponsor, and she put out this cool pattern. I was really excited to get to test it. It is super cute, super fun, super easy to do. So if you want a fun project that's kind of like not just round and round, but gives you something to think about, but gets done quickly, this is definitely what you want to do. It's also a really great beginner color work pattern to work on, because you're going to figure out how to do your tension, but you're also going to have something fun and easy and quick done. So I definitely would suggest that if you're wanting to try color work. Also, we had other testers who were putting other patterns from like other patterns, like other color work into this and making really cute things. So you can definitely use this as a jumping off point and make some really fun, cool cozies if you're looking for something like that to do. So let's talk about the pattern. So I started this September 15th and finished it the next day, September 16th. Super easy, super fast. I used what the pattern called for in needles, which was a US 1 2.25 millimeter and a US 2 2.75 millimeter needle. The amount of grams that I used for the main, which was the black, is 11.37 grams. And then the footballs, which were in the variegated brown, were 4.44 grams. So very small if you were looking for scraps to use up. It works so great. Beautiful pattern. Can't say enough about it. It was really fun to work on. And thank you, Natalie, for letting me be a test knitter. Next up, we have Sock Week squared socks for Felicity. I had just cast these on in my last podcast. I didn't even have a Ravelry page for it yet. So you did see the very beginnings of this, but I did finish them. I was using my leftover sock yarn from Sock Week from So Happy Jane, the Huckleberry Sunday colorway that she did specifically for Sock Week. Love that yarn so much. It is beautiful. Also, there's going to have to be a picture because Felicity has already worn them and taken them. So I did 64 stitches on these on US 1 2.25 millimeter needles. Did I say 64 stitches? I think I just said that. So I did that. I did a little pop of color, like 3 rounds, I think, at the very top of the cuff, which was 2x2 for like 20 rounds. And then I did, 3x1 ribbing. So knit 3, purl 1 around the whole leg and then the top of the foot. And I did a slip stitch, heel flap, and gusset. So Felicity and I now have matching socks. I inverted the colors for the heel and the toe just so we can kind of keep track of which one's which when I do wash them, because mine are very similar and also in the ribbing pattern. But we kind of have matching socks, which is kind of fun. So that was started on August 6th and finished on October 4th. It took me a month to make a pair of socks. That's crazy. But anyways, I was really busy during that time. So that was my second finished object. Then the third finished object, I made another pair of socks for Felicity, but these were in DK weight. So these were out of yarn that my friend Julie gifted me. It is Suburban Stitcher in it's merino. I wrote merino. And her merino DK in the color fairies. It was one of her colors of the month, I believe, that she had. I don't know if she still does that. But Julie had a lot of them. So she was really sweet. I'll talk about it, how I got the yarn in a little bit. But it was my first time ever using Suburban Stitcher, and that yarn is lovely. Super soft, smells good. Highly recommend. Definitely recommend that yarn. For these DK socks, I used the Crazy Sock Ladies pattern of DK weight vanilla socks, which is linked on my Ravelry project page, which is linked down below. And I did the 40 stitch count for Felicity. All the info, like how many rows I did and all of that, is on the Ravelry page, so I'm not going to bore you with that. But I did use a US 3.25 millimeter, which is what the pattern called for. I started these on October 7th, which is my wedding anniversary, and finished October 11th. So I flew through them. We were watching TV that week. I don't even remember what we were watching. Something football related, I think. And those DK socks go so fast. There's only like 40 rounds on the foot. Maybe not even that much. It went really fast. So that was the other pair of socks I finished. My final finished object is my Uptown Tee by Tori Yu. I actually have it here to share with you. It has not been blocked yet. I finished this, hold on, let's see. I started it June 24th and I finished it October 16th. So like a week ago or so. And my blocking mats are currently deep underneath the camper. One side of our like pass-through storage, the door is broken, the latch is broken, and we can only open it from like the inside, which means you have to crawl through from the other side. And I just can't get to them yet. And I need to go through, I need to get some winter clothes out, I need to get that. It just hasn't happened yet. So this has not been blocked yet. But it is finished. So we're gonna take that as a win. But this is what it looks like. I think it's gonna be super cute. I love the detail up here of the sleeve that just makes it. And really I was like right probably here-ish, and 2 or 3 nights I just really watched TV and worked on it, and bam, what do you know? You can finish something when you actually knit on it. Isn't that just like mind-blowing? But I'm excited to get this blocked and get to wear it some. I think it's super cute. I really am excited for it to have this to kind of just throw on with a pair of jeans. Probably not till summer. But yes, you might have remembered me saying in the last podcast that I had wanted to get this done in time for Wisconsin Sheep and Wool. That was like the first week of September. I finished this about a week ago. So that didn't happen, but that's okay. I was really happy to get it off the needles because I was done with it. I had been working on it for a couple months and I was just like, I want to move on to something new and exciting, and I'm done. So I really pushed myself to work on it. Even though there were other things I wanted to work on more, I was like, no, I'm gonna work on this one. So let's get some details. I think I have, let me look. I think I have, yes. Here we go. So this yarn is by 3 Irish Girls. Is that right? Yeah, 3 Irish Girls. This was in Winter Birch. All the information there. It is an old colorway, so I don't think they make it anymore. It's definitely an old base that they don't make anymore. But I am so glad that I got the extra yarn off of Ravelry, because I wouldn't have been able to finish it without. But I did have plenty to make it, so I was very happy. I also made it longer than you're supposed to, just because I did not want it cropped. So yeah, there's that. Needles and all of that jazz. Let me find my notes. Okay, so I made the size 5, which is the 50-inch. I used, I think, what the pattern called for, which was a US 2, 2.75, and a US 4, 3.5. Yeah, the only other notes I literally have is that it took ages and I was done with it. I know in the future I'm going to be really happy to have it. But yeah, I was just happy that it was done. So checked off, I've made it, success, just need to block it. Hopefully this week I'll be able to block it. I'd like to block it before it gets too cold outside. It's supposed to be like the 50s this week, so it'd probably be okay to do it outside. Camper life problems. Yeah. All right, let's start in on some works in progress. I have 3 to share with you. They are all new. They've all been started in the last month. Yeah, 2 have been started in the last like couple of weeks, and 1 was started like a month ago. So let's start with the one that was started a month ago. Oh my gosh. So this hair. The first one you're probably going to be a little surprised with, because it is actually crochet. So I keep seeing people making the Jethro cardigan, which is a pattern by, hold on, who is it by? I should know, right? But I don't. My notes are flying everywhere. Tanis Lavelle. I'll have it linked down below. But it is beautiful. It's made out of DK weight yarn, and I have been working on it. I have all my squares done. I'm also housing this in my mini e-bag, which I love, and a super cute print. I do have more of this if you have to have this. But I love this like Alice in Wonderland kind of vibey fabric. So I am actually, should we go through the squares first or the colors? Let's show you the squares. The squares I am holding in my I'm felting bag. This is by Doolittle Yarnery. My friend Terry owns this shop, and she gifted this to me when she came up for Wisconsin sheep and wool, and it is like the perfect size to hold all of my squares. So I've just been housing them in this, and then have all the yarn and everything else down in this bag, and then I can just pop this in there and we're good. This is also from, I took this bag to Wisconsin sheep and wool, so this is my entry thingamajigger for it that I haven't taken off. So let's show you some squares. I have them all, I'll put a picture here. I have them all laid out in the way that I want them. So I have them like in different little bundles, you can see. But it's working. So I'm going to take off one and show you. I don't want to mess them all up, but this should have all the colors. You can see how pretty this is. I have already blocked these as well. I'll show you a picture here, but it is just was so fun. I forgot how fast it is to crochet. Crochet is so stinking fast compared to knitting. I did all of these squares in like 3 nights, and there is quite a few of them. So I was happy with that, but they're so cute. I love them. They're also DK, which makes it go faster. And I'm using DK weight and not holding anything double. I had a little piece of paper. I don't know where it went. Anyways, it's all good. Oh, I found it. So what should I tell you? I am using this crochet hook that lesson. I will see if I can, I should be able to link the shop that I got this, but a puppy got this once upon a time. That's how long. I've had these for like 10 years, but it's my hook with the polymer clay, and the dog chewed the end off, but I still use it. So I'm using a USG 6 4mm right here. This is bigger than what the pattern calls for, but I didn't have the right size, so I just used this, and it works fine. It actually, I'm getting gauge on that, so I'm good with it. The yarn I got from my friend Sarah at her shop, Skein Away, which will also be linked down below. She's the one that I wholesale my bags to. She's amazing. Her shop is amazing. I absolutely love her shop, love her. She's amazing. But I got all of this there, and all of the yarn is Barocco Vintage DK. I've used this yarn before. Last time I bought a lot of this yarn. So yes, I really like how this yarn works up. I like how much it costs, and I like that, you know, you can wash it if you want and do all the different things. It's great yarn if you're looking for a good budget-friendly yarn. So we're going to go through the colors. The first color, do I have it on here? Yes. Somewhere. Yes, here we go. Okay. This color, which is this really pretty green, is Okra. And then we have this one. It's so pretty. I think I want to use this in another sweater as well. This is Soulberry. My hair's in my mouth. And then this darker green is Jalapeno. And then we have Peach. And the main one that I am using, like for my main color, which is going to be my sleeves, is the blue, which is called Twilight. So I am thoroughly enjoying this project. The only thing that has me stopped from working on it right now is I have to join them all together, and the pattern calls for you to do that join as you go. And I've personally never done that before. I've always just like whip stitched them together. But I don't want to have to put another round on and then whip stitch it. I feel like that's just going to be double the work. So I need to watch a good tutorial, which there is one linked in the pattern, and then do it, but I just haven't had the brain space or time to do that yet. And I've really been enjoying some other projects that I'm working on, but I really want to get this done. Sarah, I think, is gonna showcase it in the shop if I get it done in a reasonable time, which will be kind of fun to have something I made in the shop. I mean, she has my bags, but that's different, I think, right? Anyways, crochet project, really enjoying it. The Jethro by Tanis LaVey, I think that's how you say it, is project number 1. Project number 2 is being housed in a yarn cup. I love this print. I don't have this particular print any longer, but I do have one similar that's got like a pink vibe to it. But it's just the city of London with all the little like Tower of London, like the Tower Bridge and all the fun things. Love this one. But I'm housing in this some blue DK socks for Bryan. So these are what I have so far. I am doing the exact same pattern that I did the last time I made him socks. I talked about them on the last one. This is a beautiful yarn, again, gifted to me by Julie, that is Suburban Stitcher. It is in, here's her, is it the right side? Yeah, this is her tag. And then we have, it's called Blue Skies. This was another one of her month clubs. Month number 25. I love this yarn, so soft. It's just, it smells delicious. It's just yummy. I really like it. I have some stitch markers on here. I think you've seen these before, but these are from my friend Katie at Lock and Lou. I'll have her link down below. She does updates every Saturday, and they are always so gorgeous and so tempting. So I'll link her down below. Check out her website because she has some really, really cute ones. And she lives here in Wisconsin, not far from where I am. So I'm using my US 3s for this one. I think it's like 48 stitches. All the info is on Ravelry about how many ribbing rows and foot rows and all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure which day I started this because I didn't write it down, but I think it was either the 11th or the 12th, like right after I finished Felicity's. Yeah. I didn't write it in Ravelry right away, and then I couldn't remember. But these are also the Crazy Sock Lady pattern of the DK weight vanilla socks, which are free on Ravelry. Again, linked in the project page. So these are I don't have any headspace to work on anything else right now. I'm going to work on these, or if we go out and I need to take something with me, even if I don't. Typically, I take knitting with me out, but I never actually knit on it. It's kind of just like there if I need it. Maybe like my emotional support yarn. But these will be done hopefully in the next week or so. And he really likes the DK weight socks because they keep his feet nice and toasty. Recently, he's been wearing fingering weight and then DK on top of that. It's not that cold, but he's cold. So that is project number 2. Now, project number 3 is something that I've been wanting to work on and just hadn't yet. So this is going to be the So Basic sweater, also for Bryan. I got this yarn back in June or July. I don't remember. I already said last time, but it's to make Bryan his sweater. He has lost a lot of weight, so that's a lot less yarn than I had to buy for it, which was nice. It's gonna go a lot quicker because he's smaller, and he's always cold now because of this. So that's it. It is being housed in my brand new bag. I made this for myself last week when I caught up on orders, and I love it so much. So this is my mini everything bag, but I absolutely adore this fabric. It's hairy right now, so please ignore that. Everything in my house is furry and hairy. But I absolutely love it. It's got everything down inside. It's got the one pocket that's recessed, and yeah, it's fun. I also have my Sock Week Notion pouch in here with all my stuff. So this yarn, let me show you. I'll show you one that's not balled up. I actually just started the second skein on this one, so that's kind of exciting. But again, it's Barocco Vintage Decay. It's kind of my jam right now. I'm kind of just enjoying it and using it. It's so soft, and I mean, it's $10 a skein, which I love. Spending $30 a skein for a sweater that's going to take like 5, it's just so much money. And for me right now, I just don't want to do that or really feel like that's a wise financial decision. So I'm enjoying using this. It's soft, it's durable, it looks nice, and really you can't tell. Like, I love yarn dyers and I want to support them. But I just can't support them that much. So I do have like some Woolberry worsted, I think, that I'm going to be making a sweater with that I got. So, you know, I will do it occasionally, but for the most part right now, I'm just going to be using probably this and some others that are similar, because it's kind of my jam right now. But again, this is the Vintage Decay by Barocco, and this is charcoal, color 2189, in case you're curious. I don't know how many. I think I got 5 of these. And I started this, where are we at? I started this October 17th, so right after I finished my my Uptown Tee. I don't know why I said Salty Days. Uptown Tee. I had to rip it out because I forgot how to do a left leaning and a right leaning increase, and then I had to do it in the Purl as well. And I was trying to watch TV with Bryan and watch the video and figure it out, and I don't know, my brain just was not braining and I wasn't getting it right, so I had to rip it. I just was like, I'm just gonna rip it back and start all over again, so that I know that it's right. And then I was like, okay, I'm getting more into this. I'm getting to it. You know, you just have to work that muscle a little bit, you know, since I haven't been knitting as much. But enough chat. Let's see what it looks like. Again, I just started the second, oh my gosh, I'm all tangled. The second ball, like literally just put it in. I haven't even done a row with it. But this is what we're getting. So you can see, I'm doing the raglan increases. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I literally have probably a couple more nights of working the raglan increases, and then it's just gonna be round and round. I think I'm gonna do the sleeves first, possibly, before doing the body, just to get it out of the way. But we'll see what I want. But the sleeves are really cool because they have this 5x1 rib on them. I'm assuming it's going to go down the whole sleeve, but that's really nice. It's kind of like a nice little something to add to it. This pattern, by the way, is by Max the Knitter. I've done a couple of his patterns before, and he always does great work. So this is what I have so far. This has to be, I think, 9 inches before I split for the sleeve, so I'm not there yet. I don't even know what I'm at. But I have another stitch marker from Katie of Flock and Lou. They always flip on me. This one she gifted me, and it's a little Wisconsin. I love that. So I've been enjoying that. I have my stitch stoppers by Fox and Pine, I believe. They'll be linked down below. Is it Fox and Pine? I think it is. Yes. Okay, so needles. I got gauge on size US 4s, which I think the pattern actually calls for US 5s, maybe. Wait, is that right? Are these 4s? Let's see. No, these are 5s. I didn't think I had up 4s. So these are 5s, which are 3.75 millimeters. I don't know why my Ravelry must be wrong. I need to change that. But it's chilly out here, y'all. No, I have it right on here. What am I even looking at? I have it right. I know that I am using one size off from what the pattern calls for. I'm also using one size off for the ribbing. It was, I think, a 3 that it wanted for that. But I'm using my 3s on my DK socks. And I don't have a big circumference unless I use my interchangeables, and I wasn't doing that. Anyways, I digress. I'm using a 4, which is a 3.5 millimeter for the ribbing, the smaller needle, and a 5, 3.75 for everything else. I'm making the size 4, which is a 44 inch. And yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. I think it's going to be great. And having a new bag to put it in was exciting as well. I actually didn't have enough bags to put all my projects in, and I had to make myself one, which is kind of silly since I've made like 1,000 bags. But anyways, this is my my little swatch too. I did it the fake way, obviously, and I didn't do it big enough, I know, but hey, at least I made one. So there we go. I think that's all I have to say about this. Hopefully this will be growing and be done. The DK weight makes it go so fast. I'm so used to working with fingering. But yeah, I know he's going to be really excited, and I think it's going to keep him nice and toasty in this Wisconsin winter. Alrighty, let's talk goals. So last time my goals were to finish the Uptown Tee in time for Wisconsin sheep and wool, which I didn't do, but I did finish it before I did another podcast. So let's just call that a win. Check it off. I also wanted to make Felicity socks. I only really had 1 pair in mind, and I made her 2. So I'm calling that a win. And I wanted to start the So Basic, which I have. I mean, it's all within like the last week, but hey, the details, little tiny details. So I'm very happy with getting those goals done. Now, the next time I talk to you, hopefully it's not going to be 2 months the next time I talk to you, but it may not be in this sit down podcast vibe, but I would like to have everything on my needles finished. So that includes the Jethro, the So Basic, and the DK socks. I want to have all of those completed in the month of November. And I think it's doable as long as I don't get over my head with sewing. So I do have a couple other things on my radar that I am wanting to make. Felicity went with me to Wisconsin Sheep and Wool, and she saw all the Doodle scarves, and she mentioned that she would like a doodle. So I would like to make her a doodle scarf. I know they have one that has a corgi on it with some British things, and I think there were some others. So I think I'm going to mix and match and make my own little design for that and do that. If you know anyone who has really good like kits for that, I would be interested. I wouldn't mind a kit, I think. I've never really bought a kit before, so I don't know. See. The other one that is on my radar that I think I'm going to probably want to make is the Stripe Hype sweater by Veronica Lindbergh. I saw this, I've seen it several times, but I mostly saw it on the Cozy Up Knits podcast. And hello, squirrel. I don't know if you could see, but the squirrel just literally ran right there. Hi, buddy. What you doing? So I've seen some people making a sweater like this or similar. I think Nitty Natty made a similar one, but her stripes didn't match. But this one, anyways, I should have put a picture up. Is something that I definitely am wanting to make. I'm thinking I might use the same colors that I have for my Jethro for the stripes, and then there is a really pretty, I'll try to get a picture of it, like oatmeal-y type color, tweedy, that Sarah has at her shop that I might want to use for the mane. And I have a wholesale order coming up, so I might be able to, you know, do a little trade for that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing or casting on after these are done. I don't know. I have quite a few things that I want to cast on. Now that it's getting chilly, I'm really like wanting, it's like that season to knit, you know? So, and I've really been missing my knitting time. I've been doing a lot better recently with my knitting and everything and making time. But yeah, those are on my radar. What is on your radar? What are you making? Let me know in the comments. Do you have any suggestions of patterns that you think I would love? I'd love to know what you think, because I just need to add more to my list, right? Let's chat some acquisitions, because I have some to share with you. So my sweet friend Julie gave me some DK weight yarn. I think last time I was talking about wanting to get more DK weight yarn for Bryan for socks and things. So she brought this big tub when we met and was like, here, pick some yarn. Julie. So thank you very much, Julie. She gave me those two that I have already shown you. The ones for Felicity socks and the ones I'm using for Bryan. And then also this one from Woolberry, which is the color Mordor. Which I let Bryan pick which socks he wanted, which ones. And I thought he was going to pick this one, but he didn't. He picked the blue because he said he didn't have any blue socks. So I was surprised. And then Explore Knits and Fibers. This one is in Finders. Hold on. I don't know what it is. It's in that. I think it's National Park of some sort, but I can't read it. Flinders. I don't know. Rages? Rod? I don't know. Anyways, thank you, Julie, for these beautiful yarns. They are definitely going to be made into some DK socks. This one is probably going to be mine. I'm excited. Then, let's see. I got the Jethro yarn that you already saw. I bought that when me and Julie went down to the pick knit at the Skein Away, which was really fun. We had such a fun time going down there and had a good day knitting and hanging out and seeing my bags in the shop, which is crazy. But yes, I also purchased that yarn. And then I went to Sheep and Wool. I have hair in my mouth. Okay, sorry. I went to Sheep and Wool, Wisconsin Sheep and Wool, and got some yarn as well. Mostly I bought Felicity things because she wanted some pins and some stickers and things like that. But I got this, which is my favorite thing. It's from Mitchell Wool Co. and it says for flock's sake, obviously. And I have worn this everywhere. I love it. It's so cozy. I am all about the crew necks right now. They are making me just so happy. So I have a Taylor Swift one and a Chiefs one that I also wear a lot. So for Vlogmas, you'll see these a lot. But this is so comfy and I'd highly recommend. Everyone I talk about is going to be linked down below under the acquisitions as well, in case you want to check them out. But the yarns that I got there, so I saw Leading Men Fiber Arts for the first time, and they had the Nitty Natty colorway, which I wanted to order when she did it, I don't know, last year sometime probably, and I just never got around to it. So it was right there in front of my face, so I bought it. I have no idea what it's going to be. Probably keep it to put it in some project. You know how I like to do bubble cardigans with weird colors. So that's what this one is. They had it on two different bases, I think a DK, and then this one is 80% superwash blue face Leicester and 20% nylon. So it would make a good sock, but I don't know. We'll see. So that's what I got. And then Felicity requested some socks that have the black light reflective in it. So Knits and Purl's Fiberworks was there and they were showing this off. This is the one that Felicity picked. So after I'm done with Bryan's socks, I'll probably cast these on for her because she requested them specifically. This is the colorway Confetti Tweed. No, that's the base. The colorway is Cold Red. And yeah, she will be excited for that. So most of the stuff, the only two things I really bought for me were these, the shirt and this. But it was a super fun weekend. I'll talk about that in a minute. I also got a couple other, yes, sorry, I wrote something twice. I got a couple other t-shirts. They're both, I believe, dirty at the moment, so I can't really show you. So I will put pictures up. But I got a Have You Hugged a Knitter shirt by Knit Graffiti. I will link her shop down below. Love it. Super comfy. A+. Then another one is I have been kind of stalking the Flock Fiber Festival's Instagram to see if they had any overstock of their t-shirts or crew necks or anything from Flock this past year, which is a yarn festival in Seattle, Washington. I think it was back in August or September. It must have been August. I think it was in August. And I would have loved to have gone and just be there. It would have been like the absolute best because I have so many friends who there and so many friends who went. But they finally put their overstock up and I had to grab one. So I grabbed a t-shirt in the oatmeal. Let's see here. I'll have it linked down below. They still have more, but love that shirt. I love it. Absolutely. Highly recommend. I also have a question for you guys. So I have seen like Knit Graffiti's, there's a bird, I don't know if you can hear that, but Knit Graffiti has like a little shop, and then I know Knitty Natty has a shop with shirts and things. I was thinking of possibly doing that as well with just kind of like my own things, or I don't know, like a Wandering Purl shirt as well, but more like if you have a saying on a shirt like that you would like there's always ones that I'm like, oh, I really want it to say this, but I can't ever find it. And if I do find it, it's not exactly what I want. So I was wondering, I could have you guys do polls and give me ideas for sayings on shirts, and then could have a shop where you guys could purchase it in all different sizes, all different styles, that type of thing. I need to look into it a little more. I mean, because why not add something else to my plate? But I was just going to kind of put some feelers out and see what you guys think, if you'd be interested or not. So let me know. I mean, I could do like polls. You guys give me ideas and then polls, and then see which one wins, or the ones I like the best. I don't know. Or just in general do them for like, just like, I was thinking, I don't even know what I was going to say. There were some that I was like, oh, I want to do this. Like, have you hugged a knitter today? That's super cute and super unique. So things like that. Obviously, I wouldn't do that one because that's something else. But like, knitter's gonna knit, or just like a knitter crossing from fun print, or I don't know, something. Let me know. Let me know. What I've been watching, I have been watching a lot because I have been sewing a lot. So I have done a ton of binge watching. And it's mostly been Western period drama vibes. So I kind of watched everything I wanted to watch sci-fi. And then I was like, okay, well, what am I going to watch now? And my mom had mentioned that they had just rewatched a show called Young Riders, which was on, I believe, the very early 90s, maybe the late 80s. But it's a show that's really old. It had like Stephen Baldwin and Josh Brolin when they were young. I loved it when I was a kid. It was like one of my favorite things to watch. I used to watch it on the Family Channel, if you guys are that old that you remember the Family Channel. But yeah, I rewatched all of that. It was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I remembered most of it, but not all of it. And then I just kept going on kind of the old-timey, my very young child self, or even before I was born. I watched the movie Quigley Down Under with Tom Selleck, which is a classic. I loved that movie as a child. I know, I watched weird things, but I loved that. I also loved, what was the other one I watched? Oh, Dances with Wolves with Kevin Costner, another classic. I actually watched a extended version with scenes that I had never seen before. So that was kind of cool to see that. Then I watched Snowy River and Snowy River Returns, I believe is what it's called. Also great movies. Also from like the 80s. I loved those. And then there was also a show, Snowy River, the McGregor Saga, also on the Family Channel. But I watched all of those seasons as well. And it was really good. I enjoyed that. Then I went a little more modern and I rewatched Poldark. I started rewatching Poldark right before it got dropped on Netflix and blew up all over the internet. I don't know if it's just because I've been watching it that I've been seeing all these things, but it seems like a lot of people are watching it. It is now on Netflix. It's also been on Prime for a really long time. And I think this was like the third time that I had watched it. I love it. Ross Poldark annoys me to no end, and I am all the way Team Demelza 100%. If you watched it, you will understand. But if you haven't watched it and you like period dramas, this is a really, really great one. Very clean, like no nudity or anything racy. It's just really, it's really good. I would suggest watching it. So those are the things that I watched by myself. I think I just finished Poldark not long ago, so I need to come up with something new to watch. And I think I'm gonna rewatch Alias. That was my favorite show as a teenager, so I think that's what I'm gonna rewatch, but we'll see. I don't know. There's also some other things. There was a show or a mini series back in the day, like in the 80s and 90s. Remember when they would have the shows or miniseries that would go every night of the week for a whole week and then it was done? Well, there was one, North and South. I think it came on before I was born or when I was very young. But I really want to rewatch that. I haven't seen it in a really long time. Yeah. Anyways, I want to watch that. So with Bryan, though, we were watching some other things. We watched a show that it has a lot of cussing in it and a lot of scantily clad women for a lot of it, sort of. But was Landman, and it's on Paramount Plus. We really liked it. I wish it didn't have as much language as it does, but it was really intriguing. It has Billy Bob Thornton in it, and Demi Moore, which we've actually, fun fact, Demi Moore ran her suitcase over my husband's foot in the Salt Lake City airport once. So that's kind of a fun little fact. But we enjoyed watching it. There's a season 2 coming out, and we hoped we'll watch that too. But it was a good watch. Just know that it's a little more edgy. We just watched the 3rd season of The Diplomat on Netflix. That just came out. It was good, because I don't feel like it was as good as the other 2. It also, fun fact, has Ross Poldark in it as her love interest. So that was a fun little thing. He didn't age as well as I thought he would, but sorry. We also with Felicity watched the 2nd season of Wednesday, which was really good. It was a fun season. I enjoyed it. And it had Billy Piper from Doctor Who in it, which is amazing. So that was good. Another one that we watched that really kind of made me angry was this documentary called The Perfect Neighbor. It's on Netflix. It's pretty new to Netflix, but it is all basically body cam from cops and 911 calls about this community. And it went a different way. I didn't know the story before I watched it. I would definitely suggest you watch it because it was kind of eye-opening and very frustrating. It was a frustrating thing to see happen and really sad, but I think it's something that we should be aware of and should take notice of. So I would suggest watching The Perfect Neighbor on Netflix. And lastly, it is football season, and we splurged and got the NFL ticket on YouTube TV. So we have been able to watch like 4 games at once, which is amazing. I have really enjoyed that. Bryan's been working a lot of Sundays, so I've been watching them by myself, but it's been fun. So I am really enjoying that a lot. And now we're spoiled and we're gonna have to have it every year. But it's good. It's fine. It's fine. Absolutely fine. But yeah, it is what it is. And my Chiefs play tonight, and I really hope they win because they've been giving me heart attacks this year. But I'm still go Chiefs. All right, let's do news. I have the really, really big desire to go new news. New news. If you know what that's from, let me know in the comments because every time I put news, I really want to say that. Okay, I got it on my system. I am a pro shop sponsor for the Pigskin Party, which has been incredible and so amazing. It has been so fun to be a part and to interact with Jen, who runs the Pigskin Party, and my friend Nicole helps answer all the questions and do things. So it's been really fun. I have a fabric that is specific for Pigskin Party that you can get in 3 different bags. You can get it in the mini E, you can get it in the drawstring, or you can get it in the notions pouch, and those are all available for pre-order right now. My shipping right now is probably like 2 to 3 weeks. So if you are interested, you get extra points. I think it's like 40 or 60 extra points that you get if you use that bag in a project for the Pigskin Party. And if you're like, dude, what's the Pigskin Party? I have it linked down below, but basically it is a make-along that is from the very beginning, the first day of NFL football, like regular season, to the Super Bowl. And anything that you start during that time and finish, you get points for. The more products that you use that are sponsored, you get more points for, but you don't have to. There are plenty of people who don't use any of the sponsored things and just do it for fun, and it's really fun. You can enter anytime. So like, it's been going since September, but if you are like, oh, I want to join, you can totally do that. All the information will be linked down below. Super fun, super chill, and it's just kind of a fun little thing to help you get some things made and get those fake internet points that we all love so much. I am planning to do Vlogmas this year, so that's why I'm saying a little earlier that you will see me closer than 2 months, because just over a month is when Vlogmas starts. It's gonna be interesting. I remember last year it was like having 2 full-time jobs or 3 full-time jobs, but it's gonna be fun. I'm really excited to do that again and participate. I really want to do. I have started vlogs multiple times, filmed like a day, and then completely forgot about it and been like, well, can't do that because that didn't work well. So just know that I'm thinking about you guys, and I really want to put out more content here on YouTube. It's just hasn't worked. So I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. We're finding balance. It's just taking a minute, or a year in a minute, something like that. But I am looking forward to Vlogmas, and if you're looking for something to watch right now, Allie of This Little Wonderful Life is doing Vlogtober every day this month. I have enjoyed it thoroughly. I love watching her vlog. She is my favorite vlogger. She's amazing. And go give her some love, because she just is so fun to watch, and it's just, yeah, I just adore her. So go over there. I'll have her linked down below. One more thing about news. I have a holiday winter update happening on Saturday. Either tomorrow, if you're watching this the day it came out, or today, if that's the day it comes out. I'm not sure which. It depends on when I can get this edited, which will be a couple days. It's going to be out before then, but I am going to be showing you a preview of the bags right now. I do not currently have them finished, so I don't have them here to show you, but I will take some video or photos and have them on the screen for you. I really wanted to get an update out, like a proper update. I haven't had one in like 6 months since Easter. Like that was the last time that I had a proper update, was the Easter update. I've had a little football update, and then my pigskin party and sock week updates, but otherwise everything has been custom makes or wholesale. And that is such a blessing and so amazing. I'm so thankful. But I'm really excited to make something that is like for an update. It's just going to be really fun. So I have, let's see, 4 different prints that I am using for this update. We have the gnomes, the winter gnomes. Then we have the turkeys. We also have Grinch fabric, new Grinch fabric for this year. And also some, what was the other one? Oh, the dogs with all the Christmas. So stinking cute. I believe that I can get more of all of this fabric, so I'm going to have a pre-order up for them as well in case it sells out or it's not in a style of bag that you would like it in. Mostly the bags are all going to be drawstring, Julie bags, and yarn cups with no shim pouches, because when I did a poll on Instagram, the yarn cups and the drawstrings were the ones that people said they wanted. And I'm throwing in some Julies because they're the newest bag and I think they'd be kind of fun for the season as well. So that will be at this time on the screen on Saturday because I haven't decided yet. So we're going to put it right here. And I'll have it linked down below. I am going to be having it, I think, on my website, which is thewanderingpurl.com, which is also new since the last time I spoke to you. But I do have my own domain now. It's on Shopify, and I'm trying to avoid those pesky Etsy fees because I have paid Etsy a lot of money this year. That could be in my wallet, in my bank account. So I'm trying to shift things over there. Everything will be available on Etsy like probably a week later, everything that's left. So I will have it linked on Instagram, linked down below, so you know exactly where to go for the update. But if you go to Etsy and it's not there, it's probably because it's in my Shopify. But yeah, that's really exciting. I can't believe that I have thewanderingpurl.com. Like, that's crazy. Alrighty, we are now at life section. So let's get some life talk in here. I feel like a lot has happened, and then I feel like a lot hasn't happened. So yeah, we moved, and we moved about a month ago, and we will be here, like I said, till mid-February at least, hopefully till May. And then we'll see where we go from there. I don't know, but we'll see. We have some ideas of what we'd like to do, but depends on what God's plans are. So we will see. Sheep and Wool, again, was amazing. We had some friends who came up. We, as in Julie and I, had friends from Iowa, Ohio, I believe, and then Texas who came and surprised us. Kelly, Beth, and Terry came, and they're all in Love and Stitches membership, and they came, and we had the best weekend. Felicity came along as well, and we ate yummy food, we knit, we chatted. It was just so fun, and we got to, you know, shop, and it was so fun. I also got to meet some other people at Wisconsin Sheep and Wool from the membership, and then who are just viewers and buyers of bags. I got to deliver a couple bags to the actual customers at the festival, so that was really fun. It was just fun. It was a really great time, and I loved that. I was definitely peopled out by the end of the weekend. But yeah, it was nice. And I didn't have to sew all weekend. I got all my work done before, so it was pretty spectacular. I've been missing Julie since we moved. She's like an hour away now, so I think next week we're gonna get together in Madison, which I'm really excited about because I haven't seen her in almost a month, and I was used to seeing her like at least 2 or 3 times a month. So I'm excited. Let's see. Kai's birthday was last week. Yeah, the 18th. And we went to Dave & Buster's and went shopping, ate some yummy food, had a great time. He is now 15, which is insane. insane, but it was nice to celebrate him and make the day all about him and have just a nice family day out. Let's see, what else do I have on here? Do we want a finger update? If we remember, last time I talked to you, I had just sliced my finger open and the stitches were starting to come out. Well, my finger looks amazing now. I will show you a video of it. You can barely tell. I hit it pretty hard the other day for the first time, and that didn't feel so good. But it's okay. It's, for the most part, it doesn't hurt, doesn't do anything. I am getting feeling back in it. It's like still not the best feeling. Still kind of feels like a callus is there, but it's much better than it was. So thank you guys for all of your concern over that. I am fine. Have had a couple mishaps since then, but that's just me. I did burn my finger pretty good the other day. There's a nice little thing on it. So we have like a convection oven type air fryer. And apparently it had had some food that had dropped down that I hadn't cleaned good enough, and it caught fire. So I quickly like picked it up and took it outside. And after a couple minutes, I went to pull the tray out, not thinking, and it was still very, very hot. So I pulled it out, burnt my finger. I dropped it on my foot and burnt the top of my foot. So that happened, and my foot is healing and it hurts. I'll put a picture up. It's not very pretty, but I'll show you. Yeah, so that happened. That's just me. I also dropped my rotary blade one night and it landed straight on my foot and put a nice little slice in my foot. It was like, it was fine. A couple days I couldn't really tell, but it definitely went down and bled quite a bit. So that was fun. I was like, I'm not even doing it. It just dropped. I drop so much stuff when I'm sewing and it is so annoying. But yeah, that was fun. And then there was one other thing. I mean, why not? This has been 2 months only. When we were, the morning that we were moving, we were packing up. I was putting the birds in the truck and I went to close the door and somehow I didn't move my hand in time and I slammed my thumb in the door. It closed all the way and I had to literally reopen it. So that wasn't really fun. My finger immediately swelled up, started bleeding everywhere because it cut it pretty well. And, yeah, now there's like these little bumps here and they hurt if you hit them. So it's been about 3 weeks. So it's still not healed all the way, but I don't even know what to say. I just don't know. I'm just very accident prone and I try really hard not to be. Like yesterday, I always get my like knife that I cut my potatoes with from Costco. And I've had this new knife for like a year. I bought 2, I think, last time we were there just to have one spare. And I really needed to do a new one. I've needed to open the new one for a while. And I was scared to open it and use it. I did open it and use it yesterday and I did not cut myself. So we should all like a round of applause because yeah, I don't know. I don't try, I just do. Anyhow, I did do something this morning that I didn't have on my list, but I wanted to chat about because I made my list a few days ago. But I got to go out with Alana this morning. I went out with her a few months ago to the Sew's Ear, but it was really exciting to get coffee with her. I actually drank some coffee. I don't like coffee, but I tried like the s'more coffee and it was drinkable. It's just, it just doesn't appeal to me. I don't know. Anyways, I had a great time with Alana and her baby girl. And we're going to be going to a yarn store and a quilt store, I think, in a couple weeks or within a couple weeks. So I'm looking forward to that. She's super sweet and she lives right here in town where we are. And she's also, we met through the Love and Stitches membership. So that was really fun. And I also have another yarn date this week. I'm going to meet Colleen. We are going to go to the Sew's Ear. It's her birthday and she's driving up, I believe, from Illinois. And then I'm going to drive down and we're going to meet up. But She's a customer and I believe a viewer. So I'm excited to meet her in person. It's just so fun. But yeah, these people are over here at their campgrounds and they've been here the whole time I've been talking for like the last hour. So I'm sure they're wondering what I'm doing with my life. So am I. I'm just kidding. But until Vlogmas, which is probably the next video you'll see. Oh, I forgot to tell you one more thing. Sorry, I got distracted. The wholesale. So last time we talked, I think I was about to deliver my first wholesale order to Sarah. And I was nervous about how it was going to go, how she was going to like it, how people were going to like it. Well, she almost sold out in about 4 days. So that was really exciting that so many people were enjoying the bags and liking them. So she immediately put in a second wholesale for almost the same amount of bags and got kind of a restock. And then those sold really quickly as well. So then she put in her third wholesale order, which I delivered on the 1st of October. And I've given her 90 items. That includes notion pouches and things, but she only has about 6 items left out of all of those since the last time we talked. How crazy is that? It's just so wild. I'm like blown away and I'm just so grateful and so blessed. And she has another wholesale order in that I am starting on the 1st of this month for mid next month. So yeah, if you see things, she normally puts things up on her site. I try to share them when she does. But yeah, if you want to support me and another small business, supporting her and buying bags from her is just awesome. And it's been so amazing. Working with Sarah has been absolutely fantastic. She's amazing. And yeah, it's just been really crazy, but I just feel so blessed. And that's one reason why I've been so busy is because of these wholesale orders as well. And I had another order for like 15 items. No, actually it was I think 25 items, 15 notion pouches, 16 notion pouches. Anyways, I've been kept very busy and it's been such a blessing. So that's why there hasn't been so many updates because of these kind of other endeavors. But as always, I have the create your owns available all the time. There just might be a wait sometimes. Right now it's probably about 2 to 3 week wait, depending on what item it is and how I can sneak it in. But if you're looking for a holiday bag, I hope to have maybe another little update before Christmas. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. But I have this cute sweater fabric coming, but it's not going to come in time for this update coming on the 1st. So I hope to do a bag update with that. It'll probably be bigger bags just because it's sweaters. So I figured you'd want a sweater size bag for it. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. But as always, if you need the sweater fabric and you need it in a certain bag and you want to create your own, send me a message and we'll get you all sorted. But I think that's enough chit chat for now. Thank you guys for watching and tune in for Vlogmas. Starting December 1st, I'll have day 0 up for you guys, introducing myself and chatting about what is to come and what kind of madness they bring in December. Who knows? That's a whole month away and I'm just working week by week for right now. But I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. I can hear my dogs barking. I know which one it is too. Cozy Up Knits podcast. And hello squirrel. I don't know if you could see, but the squirrel just literally ran right there. Hi buddy, what you doing? Look, Leo. Hi. Did you get all your nuts for winter? Huh? Hi baby. What are you doing? That's hilarious. Sweaters or the same sweaters, I'm not sure. Here it goes. Okay. my gosh, I have to pee, but I want to finish this. Oh, it's chilly. Update, I still have to pee.